Yo, what's up? I'm in Gangnam in Korea on my way to a dinner with some friends. So I had an interesting opportunity to reconnect with some people in my life, and one of them was telling me about a situation with his current girlfriend, and they're on the rocks. And it sounds like a reoccurring theme and pattern in his life. So the girls that he's dated in the past, at some point, they confronted him about how they don't feel emotionally connected with him. He's a great guy. He does his part. He's really pleasant and nice, and he's definitely a man in the relationship. But he doesn't know how to express himself, and he withholds his feelings. If this sounds like you, this might be interesting. So after getting his take on the situation and asking him why he thinks this was the case, he said there's some things in the past that he's felt from upbringing or like past experiences that made him conclude subconsciously to act in this way. He had concluded that revealing his feelings would be a sign of weakness and uh, would be something that just felt really uncomfortable. And he had the humility to acknowledge that, hey, maybe this is something that's worth looking internally to understand better what may be the cause, as opposed to just like pointing the finger and just being in denial and saying that all the girls were the problems. So, I acknowledge him and credit him for this humility and this like level of accountability. And so I told him the other side of it, the female perspective. I said, imagine you're a girl, you're dating someone, you're potentially thinking about taking this person seriously, but you have no idea how he feels about you. You ask him, he's always been asked by his girlfriends, hey, do you love me? And he's like, yeah, of course. But they deep down inside might be able to take his words as face value, but they have no idea if there's going to be a rug that's pulled underneath them. So I told him, like, women are like flowers. They just need to be constantly watered with reassurance. And it's just their nature. This is the reason why, women seek validation on social media. They understand that their value depreciates pretty quickly with age. And a lot of their value comes from reassurance from their beauty and their femininity, just who they are as people. They're heavily relationship based and emotional rather than logic or object oriented or things oriented like men. So part of a role of a man is to be able to provide that reassurance for the women that they're dating or that they have in their life. I said, have you ever been around a guy that's just so in his head that you have no idea what's going on? And I told him I have, and it felt like walking on eggshells. And I couldn't tell if this person was mad at me or if we were in good terms. And it was uncomfortable. It wasn't really, honestly, a fun situation to be in. And that's what it's like to date a guy who's just very cerebral and mechanical, like a machine or a robot. And if that's you, it's good to express to people around you, just kind of consider them a little bit more and consider their emotions and feelings. Not that you're responsible for them, but something that can smooth over relationships. It's how like F-type thinkers in Myers-Briggs might operate, and women by nature tend to be more F just in general. And depriving women of an emotional connection is something that makes them feel empty, right? It's like I told him if I asked him how he was doing and if he withheld his feelings for me, it would make me feel like there would be a distance between us and a longing for me to connect with him because I just genuinely care. He said he didn't have that fear with me, obviously, because I'm his friend and I genuinely do care. But this is something that happens with women because there's a fear of something happening, maybe like a breakup or they could take advantage. I told him he's not necessarily wrong because by allowing someone in, there is the possibility and space for that to happen. But it's on the man to be able to choose and find a person who has such a good heart that won't be the case. And depriving ourselves of that depth of connection is something that would make life feel more empty than it has to be. He honestly said that this was the best advice that he's gotten about women in this situation. No cap, not making this up. This is not hyperbole, his words. So hopefully this is helpful for you. So take what I have to say. Obviously, uh, you know, take a step, have some courage, allow some more connection in your life if you feel like this applies to you, and see where that takes you. Because to me, it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. With that, I gotta go. Peace. By the way, check out Gangnam while we're at it. Gotta bounce. Peace.